Toys and Game Comic Book Collector and Festival. 2026 starts like 2025 ends in the comic book market. Welcome to the top 10 high CGC comic book sold on eBay, December 28th to January 3rd. Coming number 10, we have Marvel Comics Journey into Mystery issue 83. This one came in 1962. Grade CGC as a 4.0, and it sold for first appearance of 4. It sold for 6,800 with 21 bids. So let's go to Go Collect. Go Collect, we have a 4.0 right here. And then we go here. This book sold as high as 16,800, so that's a decrease of $10,000. And according to Go Collect, the fair market value is 6,250, so just a little bit above the fair market value. And the high 6,600, and the low 5,600 during that 1 year. And then let's go over here. Okay, 6,800. It was sold back in April 2022. Coming number 9, Captain America in Comics, issue 47. This was produced by Tommy Comics. This one came in 1945, grade CC 7.5. Last German War cover. Okay, something new I learned today. Sold price was 7,500. Let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 7.5, and then don't have any recent data, but this was. But did one sold for $1,792.50. So that's an increase of $5,528. And this was back in February 2016. And then we have a purple label right here, a 7.5, and then that one sold for $1,440 back in March of 2020. Coming number 8, Avengers issue 1. This grade season 7.0. This one came in 1963. This is we have appearance of Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp, and then Loki on the cover. The sold price was $7,788. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 7.0 right here, and this book sold as high $18,000. So that's a decrease of $10,312. This is back in September 2021. And then let's swing one over right here. We have one sold for $17,400 back in April of 2022. And then let's do one more. And we have one sold for $15,000 back in November 2021. Coming number 7, Marvel Fantastic Four issue 1. This one came in 1961, grade CZ 4.5, off-white pages, first appearance on the Fantastic Four team. The final sold price is $8,600. This is actually a pretty awesome deal there. So let's go over to Heritage. And with Heritage, you have a 4.5 right here. And this book sold as high $36,000. So that's a decrease of $27,400. This is back in January 2022. And then let's swing one over. We have one sold for $24,000 back in June of 2021. And then let's do one more. We have one sold for $21,600 back in September 2022. Coming number 6, Fantastic Four issue 5, CC 6.0. This one came in 1962. First appearance on Doctor Doom. The asking price was $10,500, but it's actually sold for $9,000. So let's go over to Go Collect. Over Go Collect, we have a 6.0 right here. And then this book sold as high as $28,800. So that's a decrease of $19,800. And then Go Collect, fair market value $10,000. The buy bought it for $9,000. And then this was one that was just sold on eBay right here. And let's go over here. And then some reason I cannot find I can't seem to locate that book there. But probably around 2022, that's when it was sold for $28,800. Comic number 5, Amazing Spider-Man issue 1, produced by Marvel Comics. This one came in 1963. Second appearance was Spider-Man, grade CGC 4.5. The final sold price was $10,039.50. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have 4.5 right here. And then this book sold as high as $17,400. So that's a drop of $7,361. This is back in May 2022. And then let's swing one over. We have one sold for $16,800 back in August of 2022. Okay, and then we have, let's do one more. We have one sold for $16,800 back in January of 2022. Coming number 4, we have Daredevil issue 1, grade CZ 7.5. This is a Stanley signature. First appearance of Matt Murdock. This one came in 1964. The asking price was $13,500, but it's actually sold for $11,475. Let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, I couldn't find one with the signature series. They do have a blue label right here, and then this one sold for $14,400 back in June of 2021. And then we have one. So that one sold for $14,400 back in January 2022. And then we have that one sold for $12,600 back in June 2021. Coming number 3, Showcase issue 22, CZ 7.0, first appearance Green Lantern, asking and sold price was $15,000. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 7.0 right here. And then this book sold as high as $17,400. So that's a decrease of $2,400. This is back in April of 2021. And then we have an old label right here. And this one sold for $15,000 back in May of 2021. And then let's do one more. We have one sold for $13,200 back in November 2024. Coming number 2, we have Incredible Hulk issue 181, CZ 9.6, off-white white pages. This one came in 1974. First appearance of Wolverine. Asking and sold price was $15,000. And then let's go over the GPA. Over the GPA, we have a 9.6 right here. And then let's go across 2024 average, 2025 average, 12-month average, 9-day average, and this is the one that was just sold on eBay. So let's go down here. And then the book sold as high as $36,000. So that's a drop of $21,000. And let's go over here. 9 was reported in 2025, high being 16,800, low 11,100, average 14,958. And then let's go down here. Let's find out. Okay, here it is. The one that was sold for $36,000 was back in 2022. Coming number 1 for this week, Marvel Comics, Amazing Spider-Man issue 1. This one came in 1963. This is graded CZ 5.0. It also got a Stanley signature on it. And final sold price was $16,999.99. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 5.0 right here. And then also Stanley signature. And so it's high $36,000. So that's a decrease of $19,000. This is back in June of 2022. And then we have one right here. This is a Stanley file copy. So in 2002 for $5,928.25. Thank you for watching. I think the best deal out this week was part of this book right here. Fantastic Four issue 1, we got for $8,600. And when it sold high $36,000. Somebody legit listed in the real sale. The sale does have a 100% positive feedback, 100% positive, and 256 feedback right here. And there is rumors that that they will make another Fantastic Four movie though. Movie studios are moving forward with the Fantastic Four #2, and we know who they want to direct it. So And the movie was okay, but I mean, I guess it made money for them. They were making that a movie. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.